You ready?
Smash. So today, Uncle Sam and I, we're smashing Haviland Hollow. It's a spot on the border between New York and Connecticut. So welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, please consider to subscribe if you're into downhill mountain biking and whatever is related to that. So I'm always looking for the longest descent that I could get around my area. And Sam told me that Haviland Hollow has an option to shuttle and start from the other side of the mountain to get the longest descending that we can get. So this is what we did. We parked one car in Michael Ciola Conservation Area. With a second car, we drove up to the other side of the mountain on Pembroke Road. We drove up to the trailhead of the Great Hollow and parked the car right there. And from there we had to pedal up to the tower. It's an easy climb, basically you can pedal, and we pedal up with downhill bikes, so it wasn't that bad. So that old car thing was basically to avoid that brutal climb through the rocks, and it will take us forever to get to this spot. So that way we can focus mostly on descending and not just like to get to this spot to descend, and by the time we get to the top we're totally exhausted. So last time we came over here we were 3 people with 3 cars, so we got to do 2 laps. So the whole idea is when we get to the bottom we drive with the one car that we left at the bottom to the top to pick up the car. So the top section from the tower is off the maps. You won't find it on trail forks and you won't find it on the trail maps. Only the hardcore mountain bikers in the area knows about this spot and they ride it only. Since it's so technical, you definitely can't see what's going on underneath through the GoPro. It's super technical and super crunchy. There's rocks everywhere. They're all hiding underneath the leaves. So that shuttle that we did basically gave us 90% of downhill. There is some ups, but it's always coming from momentum from down. Now you're probably asking yourself why we're doing it on a downhill bike instead of enduro trail bike. Well, we tried it a week earlier with the trail bikes and it was super painful. As you see, it's crunchy all the way from top to bottom, and with the trail bike, with a shorter travel, you really feel it. So we decided to try it on a downhill bike, which is pretty challenging because you need to carry the speed and carry the momentum on the flat sections and sometimes when you have up sections. So one thing I'm really missing out of these trails, and it's obvious, there's no jumps. There's only a few rocks, you do some little hops, but there's no jumps, no lips, no landings. So that's kind of bummer. But this is not the reason why we came here. We came here for long, hard descending, full of rocks and no smooth trails. It's all hard work all the way to the bottom. And also for some pedaling on a downhill bike. Super hard, but it's a good workout. Definitely the GoPro doesn't justify what's going on over here. This section was off cambers and tons of pointy rocks are blending with the leaves. So you need to be on your toes to pass through these sections as smooth as possible. Although it was kind of impossible because look at my handlebar, it's like so jittery. There's so many rocks, small and big, everywhere. I noticed on the chest mount, you can't really get the sense of the elevation. Next time I'm going to put it on a helmet and you get better sense of the elevation. This section is super steep and super sketchy. I kind of wish that it was raked and it was better, smoother, faster lines. But it's a good practice for sketchy lines and technical stuff. We got to progress those skills as well.
Oh my god.
Okay, let's get some action going on. And we're back again to fight against the rocks and the mud. We're getting some decent speed. That's what I've been waiting for from the top of the mountain. Yeah, and probably this is the smoothest section that we rode today. But not for long. Now some uphills coming. The best section so far. There's a fallen tree ahead of us, so we have to walk around it. Alright, it's gonna be downhill from here, right?
Yeah, you ready?
Yes.
There's a little bump at the end of this hill, but...
Hopefully there's no more trees now. Oh yeah. So this is the last section. And obviously it's my favorite section because it's the fastest, but it's super sketchy because the trees are like right on the trail. It looks like it's going straight, but you have to do a little turns, and if you miss it and you hit one of those trees, it's game over. Oh my god, it's so tight!
You ready?
Smash. Yeah, I definitely wanted to do another lap of that last section, since it was fast and it was full of action, especially all these tight trees. And since we didn't have any jumps all the way from the top, there's 2 drop jumps at the bottom, so that's why I wanted to do another lap. I think that last section was the only pure downhill. Everything else was more like enduro, all mountain. Smash the like button, leave a comment, and if you're new to the channel, please consider to subscribe if you're into downhill mountain biking and whatever is related to that. Until then, stay safe, be fast, and I'll see you on the next sesh.